I think that's probably a hangover from when they were all group salespeople originally, and any other hotelier was a competitor. And that doesn't exist now. I think now you see a very different kind of environment in our industry. The biggest effect to that, I think what really made the biggest change to our environment, at least in the hotel side, was COVID. Anyone that survived that kind of event and is still in business as a meeting planner, they did that through a high level of collaboration and networking. Any of the planners that did not make it through that transition in COVID because they did not work their network or their relationships. The old adage, there's strength in numbers, that's exactly it. Even on the meeting planning side, you have to be able to collaborate with other experts in the industry. That really is. Any meeting planner that says they know all the hotel products that they're selling, that's, first of all, it's not possible. It'd be like saying a travel agent knowing every hotel in the world that they could send you. It's just you don't have that local knowledge or that expertise of that particular destination. You really do have to rely not only on relationships with your group salespeople at any particular hotel resort that you may be sourcing, but rely on the experts in the industry that may have used that product before. If you ask me as a meeting planner, collaboration with other meeting planners in the industry is critical. It really is critical because they can give you good, unbiased advice about destinations that they've probably used in the past. So we see that a lot. And there's a lot of business out there, a lot of opportunities where it's not just one organization that may be sourcing their events. In a lot of cases, planners need to rely on good intelligence from other planners and people in the industry that have experienced some of the destinations that they're sourcing. It is very easy nowadays to rely on something like AI to give you an answer on the internet on whatever question you want to type in about that destination. However, AI cannot answer the questions of how was the caliber of service at the last program you had at that particular destination? What was the flavor of service? What was the level of engagement of the staff? What was the follow-up like from your sales team during the sales and contracting process? None of that can be gleaned through artificial intelligence. That comes through opinions and consultation from colleagues within the industry. You now have knowledge that's expert and sometimes local that you can pass on to your client. Your client has hired you because you are the expert in that particular event, conference, transaction. Wherever you're sourcing, they're expecting you to be the expert on that location, what that location can provide, and to set that group's expectation with that location. You have to be able to match that up. The only way that works, especially if it's a location you're not familiar with, is through collaborations. Not only collaborating with your sales team or your local experts on property, but also your industry colleagues. There's nothing that stops you from querying not only people within your own organization, but other competing meeting planning organizations. Say, have you used the product before? Can you give us your 2 cents on it? In fact, as a salesperson selling these hotels, I absolutely invite our meeting planners to seek knowledge and opinions about our hotels from other meeting planners that have done business with us. That's how we build a reputation in the industry. Great example, I just hosted a benchmark destination experience where we fly in a lot of our strategic partners and customers. And we were at the Chaminade Resort in Santa Cruz, California, one of my favorite properties. I was with a meeting planner friend of mine that I invited on this trip. We're walking across the parking lot and she happened to run into somebody that is one of the planners planning events in and around the World Cup. And within 4 days, They were in communication on a regular basis and are now collaborating on over a dozen events next year into 27 around the World Cup and some of the other sporting stuff that they're doing. And that was all just on a chance meeting. But the fact that they could collaborate that quickly and put some great business to get ideas together on paper and really actualize them, that's really the spirit of collaboration in our industry.